Hello, and welcome to the penultimate episode of Forest and Flame on the Critical Misses Twitch channel. Thank you for joining us. My name is Avalon. I use she, they pronouns, and I am here to GM this lovely group through an original tale set in the Humblewood system. Small disclaimer, I am a home brewer, so this may not be recognizable if you are overly familiar with Humblewood, but feel free to stick around and have fun. So, I'm so thrilled to be here with all of these fun players, and I would love for them to introduce themselves and the character that they are playing tonight, starting with Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn, she, her, and I am playing Melory, also she, her, who is a Corvum, who is right now pretending to be a human teenager to infiltrate the magic school. So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And let's scoot on over to Kels.
Hey, I'm Kels. I play Clarkia. We both use she, they pronouns. Currently, Clarkia is pretending to be Melory's rat familiar by hiding her bushy tail with some cloth and to assist in the disguise to break into this enchanted school.
All right. And Foxy.
Heyo, what's up? I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite fox. Tonight I'll be playing Ajani, our Vulpin Paladin, and Ajani currently really wants to punch God, a fox god specifically. So yeah, I guess we'll get to doing that at some point soon.
And last but the opposite of least, the most, Milan.
That's debatable. But hi, I'm Milan, and I will be playing Q. We both use he, him pronouns. I am the duck with the... I was going to think of a rhyme, but I could only think of crass ones, so we're just going to go along.
Luck.
Yeah. That one.
Oh, thank you. All right. Then let's get started. All right. So, for as long as words and drawings have been kept, 3 creatures of the Brightwood have maintained balance over the sacred flame, each creature possessing control over an elemental spirit. That was the way of things until 10 generations ago, when a human built a large school of magic near the forest's border. He invited the 4 guardians of the sacred flame to a banquet in their honor, and they and their artifacts were never seen in the forest of Brightwood again. That night, the sacred flame flickered out in the forest and appeared in the great hearth of the school's feasting hall. Snow fell that never melted, and the forest grew dark and treacherous. After escaping a human wizard's hut, you all journeyed past the jaws and destruction of the yellow dragons to the Ursa's Lake, where you fought a flaming bear and reawakened the forest's flame, earning the powers of the Guardians of the Flame in the process. With the help of Ervut and Tank and Tonk, you floated down a river that had appeared overnight, rescuing the incorrigible highwayman Possum Adam. After a quick stop to help rebuild Hugh's family farm, you continued your journey downriver. Clarkia heard a song from a long-lost loved one and followed the sound to an injured mockingbird and Ajani's mentor. But you were deceived. Once in possession of Ajani's sacred artifact, the mentor revealed himself to be none other than the trickster god Kren, who then vanished. The group attempted to rob a weathered old badger of her crop of gourds in order to summon Kren, but failed to capture Kren's interest. And now, our group has arrived at the wood's edge and at the wizarding school. But they no longer appear as they once did. If you could please describe yourselves. Lynn, I know that you began, but maybe give us a little bit of a richer description of you as a teen.
Oh, he just looks like this creepy, like, human teenager, just like long black hair, like kind of like ill-fitting. The robes are ill-fitting because she doesn't necessarily know how to wear them. She's kind of hunched over and just she's very small looking, and just kind of like semi like feral looking for a teenager.
Okay, thank you. And Clarkia is disguised as a rat. Is that correct? You are muted.
Oh, shoot. Just with a piece of cloth from my pack, wrapped it snugly around my tail to hide the bushiness of it, and I am sitting just kind of on Melory's shoulder. And I think maybe I'm just like, I seem like a large rat, and
Yeah, it's
Melory is quite a small human.
Yeah. It's a lot of like robes. A lot of robe is creating a bunch of like the shape.
However, I still have my swords, so who knows?
Eccentric. I like. You know what? My rat likes swords and like clothes. This is what this is about. Nothing weird. Nothing strange about this. No.
I could be a magic
no.
rat.
No.
As far as you know, everybody at the magic school has the sword-toting rat on their shoulder.
Of course.
What about my other two critters?
I think Hugh's more focused on just not being in line of sight rather than being able to. There's no way Hugh's not a duck, but I think he's just pulled like a hat over his eyes to try and be anonymous. Like, so if they recognize him, they wouldn't say, "Oh, that's the duck I met in the forest one time."
Got it.
I think it's
What about you, Johnny?
Yes, I'm rocking with you. I'm gonna slink around, trying to appear as an innocent and lost fox. I'll even put my warhammer in my mouth, like it's some trinket I just found randomly, and just slink around and occasionally look over at Hugh with his noir detective look going on, and just hope it's going best for him.
Great. Well, I will say that you all appear this way at the edge of the wood with a sort of long walk to the actual structure of the building. You just heading for the front door?
All right, just so everyone's. What is the plan?
Well, we need to meet up with Adam's friend.
Yeah, we were hoping you had the plan before that.
Well, maybe we do the thing where we split, and while you find the stuff, I can look for maybe information on where these things are. Maybe they have information that we can look that the students know about that we don't know about.
Not a bad idea.
Where's your friend supposed to be, Adam?
I don't know that she's supposed to be anywhere, but I just kind of hoped we would not bump into her necessarily, but it's a large school. I don't know where she is.
It's very
I didn't
big.
bring him again.
Well, I just heard that she was, setting
I
up
have
shop
the thought,
here.
perhaps. I'll go with Adam if necessary. I can see if maybe I can drum up a lead or two.
Possibly. I guess Melory and I will scout to see what we can find. Any leads on the sacred flames, and I don't know. I guess just everyone be careful. This doesn't seem to be very safe.
No, it's definitely not safe.
GM, what time does it appear to be right now?
It is, I thought you meant in reality. I will say that it's getting to be evening.
So I'll say, nonetheless, if it's too dark, we should all meet back somewhere safe.
How about where we enter the woods after escaping the hut? We all know where that is, right?
Think so, yeah?
Yes.
So
All
if things
right.
go dicey, we'll meet up there. Otherwise, hopefully, we'll find each other and know exactly where the artifacts we seek are.
sounds like a plan.
All right, let's go then.
All right, be safe, everyone.
Yes. I'll be safe. This will be good.
We'll
All
try
right.
to appear less intelligent.
All right, Lynn.
All right. Yeah, Melory's just going to like wander up to the gate
Okay.
and like knock on it.
All right. You stride confidently across the lawn. You're not really seeing anyone else around here right now.
Mhm.
And as you go to knock on the gate, the door just kind of creaks open for you.
she'll look toward the direction of the other two and just like nod. And she'll like go through, but she'll leave it open for them.
Okay.
I would like to be like, while I'm on Melory's shoulder, not like, since I'm not worrying about like walking, I would like to be really just intensely scouting the area, making sure I don't see anyone else in maybe her blind spots or anything like that.
Well, as you cross the lawn, you don't see anything. The door, large wooden door, as it creaks open, it reveals not the interior of a building, but rather a fairly large courtyard that is a garden that is overgrown with lots of beautiful flowers. And it feels significantly warmer stepping into this space than it did outside of the gate. Almost like a warm spring day.
Wow, almost unnatural.
Yes, there's so many interesting things in here. I've been trying to get in here for a long time.
It smells amazing.
Oh, it's great. I think the kitchens aren't too far also if you want to take a little side. Although I don't know about the time. They seem to have some sort of schedule. So
Eating on a schedule, weird.
yes, they have their days are regimented fairly strictly. So with luck, hopefully we'll be able to walk around. So we'll give the others a little bit of time and hopefully we'll find out where we can go, where all these things are.
Melory, you've been here before, yes?
Yes, a few times.
Is there a place other humble folk tend to gather around here?
Oh no. Oh no, it's only humans here. If they see any of our folk, they think that there's some sort of like, pet or something or some wild animals. I know for sure that they do not like possums at all. Possum folk.
I look at him.
Can't say I blame them.
That seems needlessly targeted.
It seems like no one does.
Oh, hush, you weren't all that bad.
All right. May I then clarify as GM, are we all here? Because we're talking.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay. All right. So we have all gone ahead with you.
Yeah, I think Melory can hopefully like pass this off as some sort of like research thing or something.
Okay.
When it comes to like, why is this girl talking to a bunch of animals that are just sitting here?
Absolutely. Okay. So as you enter this garden, it's easy to become distracted by all of the colors and smells. There's a lot of sort of lazy bees droning around pollinating. But it is still the same time of day, despite the fact that it is warmer. And you look up, Clarkia looks up and notices there's this huge, almost like a smokestack on the roof. And after a few moments, out from it pours what looks like hundreds of birds or bats. It's hard to tell.
Whoa. There's a bunch of creatures exiting that tower.
Huh.
They're flying off.
You all notice, because it almost looks like a plume of smoke, but a couple of them look like they're circling around, and one or two sort of swoop down low to the garden.
Okay, yikes, those don't look like humble creatures. So Melory, please don't let them grab me.
No, I will not let them. Although, even though they are birds and bats, I don't know if we should trust them, because who knows? They live here. Though their loyalties might lay with the humans here, so best avoid them.
Are they familiars as well? Are they familiars as well?
Maybe of a sort. I've never encountered them, nor do I really wanted to. One Corvum and versus a bunch of those things. It's easier to be hidden.
Fair. You Corvum do better in groups, I must say. You're quite formidable together.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's mostly just been myself, so
Well, not
easier
anymore.
to be stealthy. Yes. Thank you.
Do you continue on?
Yes.
Right. So as you cross the garden, you see that it opens up into more of like a portico before you eventually see a large spiral staircase upwards, it looks like there's almost no clear ground floor to this building. The garden is encompassing the entire bottom, and the staircase brings you up into the structure itself.
It's
We've
certainly a
seen-
fancy design, but well,
We've seen
do
no
we-
people at all during this time.
Not so far. It's very quiet.
That's strange.
So far, so good. Could they be doing one of those scheduled meal times?
Could
Also,
be.
rather late in the day, they might be heading off to bed.
Yes. I know that they are not allowed of their quarters during the night. So,
Oh, well, that's helpful.
yes. Well, maybe not in this case, but pretty sure I can talk my way out of them. I know I've watched them. I've seen excuses before. So, I think I know the ones that work. But,
Middle of the night while all the local humans are sleeping. Sounds like perfect time for a local bandit to be busy. What do you
yes.
think? Looking over at Adam.
I suppose. Are you suggesting that you want to get up to a little bit of banditry with our new gang?
No. I'm saying perhaps Aurora's out right now.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I'm sure.
So, using that big old brain of yours, were you a bandit operating in this town? Where do you think she might go?
I mean, I haven't had the opportunity to get the lay of the land, but I would imagine, given the time of day, she's probably in the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchens are. She'll point it that way.
Well, good enough then, I guess. Shall we check?
I don't see why we shouldn't.
We also could split as planned if others have other plans. I know, Madam, you and Melory want to scout around for a bit.
Yes. I think I know the way to the library. I think, even though it's late, I think there are certain cases where students are allowed to go there. So maybe we can find out where we're going as well. Having also more information about this whole situation would be very helpful. Right?
Very well.
Seems that way.
I'll take our chivalrous friend, whoever wants to come along, and we'll go see if we can't find Aurora in the kitchens.
Sounds good. So, Melory and Clarkia, as you ascend the staircase to head for the library, Ajani, you hear a faint psst from the garden. Psst.
Did you hear that?
I'll look around.
Stay here for just a moment, and he'll slowly start to move towards it.
All right. As you start to move towards, can you make a perception check for me?
Oh boy, I can. As soon as I get my D&D Beyond sheet up, it'll be lickety split, boss. Let me tell you. So lightning quick, fastest perception roll you've ever seen in the West, coming up right about. I'm building the tension for dramatics. That's all I promise. That's a 14 plus 0. 14.
Okay.
That's a 14.
All right. So you see, it's hard for your eyes to adjust, but in some of the deeper greens and the darker nooks of the overgrowth, you see a bit of a sheen of two eyes. And into focus, once you're able to hone in on that, you do see a masked face.
Hello?
What are you doing?
Looking for someone.
Why are you just out in the open like that?
Well, it's late, yes? Both of the humans are busy.
They're at dinner, but get down.
And he'll just duck down a little bit more.
Some of them wander around. You've gotten lucky.
Luck does tend to usually be on my side.
Who are you looking for?
No, apologies. I should introduce myself first. Ajani Proudborn. And yourself?
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, hey, I have good charisma. Shout out to being a paladin, folks. I rolled a 7 though, which is only a 10.
She doesn't trust you. You didn't answer my question. What are you doing here?
My friends and I are looking for a woman named Aurora.
Why are you looking for Aurora?
Well, we have business in the school, and we believe she can help us get inside.
Looks like you're getting inside just fine.
Well, we have to go into some esoteric places.
What are you going to give her for it?
Oh, what does she want?
You got nothing to offer.
I'm very bad at this. Can I grab my friend momentarily? He's much better at these things than I am.
Okay.
Stay right here, please. And he'll just scurry quickly back over. Just, psst. Guys, I've found someone over there who I think might be Aurora. I'm not certain. Either way, they might know something about her, but they want to negotiate, and I'm me. So if you could please.
Is she incredibly mysterious and beautiful?
She's wearing a mask.
I guess that covers the mysterious part.
Let's check it out. They follow you over and you don't see anyone.
Oh, curses.
What were they saying?
Well, they asked who we were looking for, so I offered the name. And then they asked what I was looking for Aurora for, so I told them we were trying to get into some further places into the school. And they said what would I offer her for it, and I don't know. So I figured I'd come get you. I asked them to stay right here while I went to go get you, and I guess they're gone now.
Johnny, you feel on the back of your head very hard as a pebble impacts.
Ow.
I told you to get down.
That's very rude, mind you.
These are your friends?
Point to Hugh. He's my friend.
Then what is he? And she points very pointedly at Adam.
You know, I've been trying to figure that out recently.
All right. Well, have you collectively figured out how you're going to make it worth my while or what?
I thought I was right. Sorry.
Perhaps we could go somewhere a bit more private to discuss, because I'm very nervous about seeing someone and I don't want to throw my axe at a child.
I'm glad one of you is smart.
Hey.
When you throw an axe at a child here, you always run the risk of an axe coming back at you. So,
well, actually, that's the ideal.
What? You want someone to throw an axe at you?
No, never mind. Let's go somewhere first and I can explain.
All right. Well, can you all be quiet?
I could certainly try.
All right. So in front of you, a raccoon, a femme raccoon kind of gets down low and sort of like Mission Impossibles through the undergrowth and eventually brings you to what almost is like a sewer grate. Pulls and lifts the door to it to the side and scurries down.
I thought they're going to get all dirty and fine. Hugh just cannonballs basically.
I just cannot keep my fur dry on this trip, can I?
You can get in.
All right.
All right. So as you may be imagining a manhole, but get a little more medieval with it. It's more mud than cement or anything like that. And it's very like cobwebby and goopy and gross. Does not smell great. Right. But Aurora just plunges forward through it, takes you through a labyrinth of tunnels that you absolutely could not have gotten through on your own without getting horribly lost, and emerges upward into a brightly lit room. The change in light is somewhat blinding to you at first.
Oh. Well, that's quaint. What's the room look like?
Pardon?
What's the room look like? Like the room?
As your eyes adjust, you notice that you are surrounded at weapon point by a band of different kinds of animals.
Dang it, never go to a second location. I know that one.
Well, this is probably the stupidest and easiest group I've ever brought you, but have at it. And people start kind of poking and prodding and trying to take various valuables off of your persons.
If they get close, I will pull out the axe.
Okay.
Hold on just a minute.
Yes, please. I agree with my friend. Let's all just wait a moment here, please.
Adam's like, no. I mean, we'll be friendly, just give them over whatever you have. I'm sure they'll put it to good use.
Adam's still next to us, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab his shoulder and hold the axe up to his neck.
Well, I don't think they care about him very much.
There's a moment of silence that is then filled with laughter. As you see through the crowd pushing forward is a rather large, it's kind of hard to say, but you think maybe like a groundhog, a woodchuck, a marmot. You're not really sure. It's like, by all means, I've been waiting to do that for years.
Seems like your friends ain't so fond of you, Adam.
Adam just kind of grumbles, gets a little bristly at the sight of this person.
If we could all just have a moment to just defuse, I think we all got off on a bit of a strange foot. Let's just talk, please.
We're listening.
My friends and I, we need to get deeper into the school. It's urgent. The sake of the entire wood is, well, it's desperately at risk. And if we can't get inside there to change things, then it could all come undone. Now, my possum-like friend over here believes that Aurora can help us. Is that true? Otherwise, we'd like you to just let us leave.
Well, as far as I can tell, I did help you. And Aurora gestures, and you see that it looks like you are in a large kitchen.
Huh.
I will let go of Adam at this point, but still hold the axe.
Adam kind of straightens himself out.
Well, I thank you for the assistance, madam. It's just, I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry, deception is not my game. There's a flame kept here. Do you know of it?
I mean, I imagine that you mean in the Great Hearth, although I'm sure there are flames on various candles and fireplaces throughout the castle.
I appreciate your lack of coyness. Yes, the hearth.
Great.
Can you get us there?
Why would I do that?
My friends and I are, well, we've been made guardians of this flame. We are supposed to extinguish the false one that the new one birthed within the forest, within the wood, can flourish.
Okay. All right, cuckoos. You came all the way here. You came all the way here to see the fireplace. Yes.
No,
Oh.
I can prove it. And he'll reach for his... Oh, no.
I can prove it. And I will put the axe down. You the gambling type?
The ambiguous muskrat does kind of perk up at that.
I'll look. We're like next to like a counter or something, or like is there something on like a high shelf?
Mm-hmm.
How far is it away from me?
I'll say that, I mean, you are still surrounded, but they're interested. So they kind of let you sidle over. But I would imagine just like a very pristine, sterile, bright, like Michelin huge kitchen.
So like, is there something like hanging that's less than like 10 feet away or something?
Yeah, there's just various like sort of cooking utensils, ladles, things of that nature.
If I can knock that thing down without moving a muscle, you'll let us go?
You mean just like with magic?
I'm talking about the forest's magic.
The forest magic. Okay, let's see it.
And I would just like to make my axe grow long enough for it to just hit it off the counter.
Okay.
Yes, they can do that.
They are surprised. Did not expect that axe to be able to grow like that.
This is the new artifact of the wood. Even if you try and take it off me, I'll throw it in the air and then have it returned to me.
Well,
it can't be separated from my person.
That is all very impressive, and the kinds of things that a rich person might have.
I mean, I promise you I'm not rich, but I'd give you all the gold in my pocket for us to leave.
Well, the question that we continue to return to is, how are you going to make this worth our while?
What do you need? We can...
We're
going around.
We don't need. I don't know why this is so hard for you. Hugh, we don't need. We simply want.
What do you want then?
Something interesting, something shiny, something valuable, something that will improve our quality of life.
How about a necklace? One that can make anyone believe anything you want.
That would be interesting to us. Yes.
There's one problem.
You don't have one.
I did. And a god snatched it from me.
Okay.
And I got every reason to believe that if we can get to that fire, he'll pop back up with it. You get us there, we take it back. It's yours.
Aurora kind of steps forward and shoos folks off. All right, listen. I'm hearing that you all want to get yourselves killed, and it's really not for me to stop you. There's a quick way to the fire, but I will tell you it's in a room full of hundreds of humans right now as they are feasting.
Well, we're not going straight there.
Okay. Well, and she kind of gestures over, and you see that alongside the countertops, the cooking equipment, things like that, there's a lot of movement, but you don't necessarily see anyone else there besides this band of critters. And it looks like various foods and meals are being rapidly prepared on their own, as if by enchantment. And you do notice as soon as a dish is complete, it moves, it floats through the air over to a series of long brown tables. And once it lands upon them, it vanishes. And Aurora kind of turns to you and says, I know it's kind of hard to explain. The feasting hall is upstairs, and the tables kind of
exist in both places. So when you put it on one, it goes to the other one.
You're not even half as stupid as you look.
I completely did not get that one.
Is there nothing else?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I was just hoping for better, but the impression I was built up was that you were some sort of master bandit, some artisan of this craft that could certainly guide us to this in some great way. And, well, you've certainly been helpful, but beyond that, all you've really done is insult me. And frankly, I have had him for that.
The things that you say are true, but you've given me no reason to assist you besides the fact that I have paved a clear path.
And again,
I go ahead.
That's appreciated. The trouble is that we aren't sure how we got here, and there are others. So either you go get them too, and then we all go, or we figure something else out.
I'll make a deal.
Mm.
I'm assuming you folk don't like risking your neck. With 4 exceptions.
Well, without unnecessary risk, it's proportionate to the reward.
With only 4 exceptions, I'll steal anything in this place for one of you.
Okay.
At least try.
What are the exceptions?
The staff, the shovel. I'll name the other 4 artifacts of the old Guardians.
Okay.
Staff, the shovel, the fan, and I'm forgetting one.
Trident.
Trident, that's the one.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, we have been here for years and we haven't gotten any closer to finding any of those things. So I don't expect that you would be able to. I guess you could steal a wand off of one of the students.
You can do that.
Okay. All right, I will cut over to my other pair. As you are ascending the staircase, you reach the top of it and you are instantly in a very warm, oaky kind of cabin-like room.
Okay. Well, wouldn't hurt to look around. Clarky, how are you doing?
You're muted.
My pain today. I'm doing totally fine. You got this, Melory.
Good.
I'm right behind you.
Because there's a lot of humbled folk that are a little scared of the human places and the schools. So, I mean, I'm practically raised in one, so it's a little more natural for me. Although she's like, lips are weird. I don't know how this is working. Like I think I almost bit it. Oh.
So far, so good. I
Yes.
imagine I'll be a little bit nervous once we see the humans, but
Yes.
I'm not worried. You're here with me.
Yeah. So make sure you are safe, and assuming
And
no
I as well.
noise, no noise is good, because if there's noise, it's probably the others, and we should rush there if we ever hear that. So let's look around, see if we can find somewhere where this hearth is or where the library is. Let's go poking around. Shall we?
Sounds great.
Yes, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, so this initial room that you're in is not what you necessarily expected. It's very welcoming, it's very humble. It doesn't fit the vibe of the overall castle. And you see in front of you, there's a small table with an elderly woman behind it.
He'll walk up to the table. It's like, hello.
Hi, dear. What are you doing out here?
I'm doing research.
Oh, yes. You're all always working so hard.
Yes, very hard. I'm also a little bit new, so I'm a little lost. I am supposed to be doing
At
some
the
research.
feast. Oh, research?
The feast. Oh, do you know where the hearth is? I've been wanting to see it.
Oh, you kids are so serious about your magic. You work and work all day and you get so hungry, you forget everything. Are you looking for the feast?
she's gonna look at Clark. It's like she's giving kind of a little bit of a pleading look to Clark. Yeah, please. Yeah. Yes. Oh yes, I forgot what time it was. So yes.
Yes, of course, it's dinner time.
Could you point me in the direction? I got quite lost.
Absolutely.
You
just head on through there. And you see a doorway opens up behind her.
Yeah.
And through it, it looks like a large, almost cafeteria-like banquet hall.
You see her smile. It's like, oh, I've been waiting for this. She'll look back like, thank you. And then she'll like wave a little weirdly. Like she's not used to hands. So it's just like, it's very like one arm is like robotically like, thank you.
This woman is not picking up on anything weird. She
Yeah.
just thinks everything is sweet.
Yeah.
She kind of waves until you step through the doorway, at which point it disappears in front of you and you're just sort of facing a wall.
Yes, maybe we can find more. If there's more of them here, so maybe we can find some more information from some of the kids. Maybe they know. They know how to get in places where you're not supposed to. So it's worth a try, right?
Yeah.
Also, we can.
Okay.
I think so. They usually, I don't know. I don't know exactly. Usually when I see them and they see me, they come out with a broom and they try and broom me away. So I assume that they think I am a human. So all is good, I think.
Great. So far, so good.
Yes, and we'll get you some food also. Maybe there might be some food here. Some feast.
As you turn, because you're currently facing a wall, as you turn, there's a large, open, raucous room with children just like mowing down.
Okay, Melory, this is a lot different.
Okay, just...
One human at a time is fine, but there's hundreds of kids in here.
All right, if we just have to pretend to be like them, and if anything, they'll pay more attention to me and less attention to you. So if things go bad, it should be pretty easy for you to, scatter. Sure. I can take care of myself. I've dealt with them before.
Sure.
Clarkia, you notice that the human children, they're of all ages, but they're all grouped together by almost like they're all color-coded, like they're all wearing the same very, very distinct colors. What color is Melory wearing?
He's probably wearing like a purple.
Okay. You look around you and you notice that there is one group in the corner that's wearing like a very vibrant Barney purple, we'll say.
Yeah.
Yours is a little bit more of like an aubergine. It's a little bit more of like a goth purple. But you do notice that there is another purple table.
I think it would be a good idea to stay with the ones that we look like. They appear to be some sort of groups.
Oh, yes. Those ones over there? Yes, let's go.
All right. So you notice in one of the quadrants of this room, there's just like a large, very square table that is covered in food. And as you get closer, all around it in the air, spiraling, are owls, Strig, it looks like.
It's okay. I don't think they're hungry. I think they're just watching over their human, so they should be fine. Usually the owls here aren't very aggressive.
That's very good news.
She'll just, if there's an empty seat, like Melory's just gonna just like nothing, just like plop down next to in that seat.
Absolutely. As you approach the table, very smoothly, there emerges a space between two and one round stool. You can just plop down on it. The people on either side don't seem to think that it's weird that suddenly there's a space that has grown between them, and they're just chatting and eating. Everyone seems very excited.
Hello, fellow students. How is it going?
The person on your left turns to you, and it's, I would say, also a somewhat awkward girl, although maybe not quite as awkward as you appear. She hesitates for a moment because she doesn't recognize you and kind of has a moment of just sort of feeling like, ooh, that's my bad that I don't know this person. She's like, oh, hi, it's good to see you.
She'll do that thing where like birds will kind of turn their head and just like on the swivel and just like, hi.
Hi, you're late.
Yes, I got lost. She'll hold out like arm out. I am Melory Marsh. Friend.
Hi.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. And of course, I'm Julia.
This is Clarkia, my rat.
Oh, hi,
She's very smart.
You made her little swords.
She loves the little. I love making the little clothing for her. Right?
Yeah. I wonder if you could make something for my. Where did she go? I just caught her last week, and I just can't seem to make her stay still. And she's just kind of like distracted, looking in her robes and folds.
I hit Melory when she says that caught her. I hit her with my little foot.
Well, I don't know. I'll find her. She's enchanted. She can't get that far.
Oh, what are they?
Oh, it's like a little squirrel, I think. I don't know.
She'll look at.
I kick her again.
I don't know. Maybe
So
it's a
hard that I
chipmunk.
almost fall
Like, who can tell? Whatever. It's just cute. I'll probably find another one. It's not really doing much,
Ask her what she means by enchanted. I whisper quietly in Melory's ear.
What are you whispering? Sorry, I forget.
Ask her what she means by enchanted.
Oh, excuse me. What do you mean by enchanted?
What? Oh, like how we go out and
I'm
find
not
familiars.
I'm not from the area. I'm new, so I'm not. What exactly does that mean? I mean, I've known Clark since I was small, so what?
Oh,
I don't know how that works.
So you came to school with Clarkia? Is she not enchanted?
No.
She doesn't
She'll
talk.
clock her head like, no.
Does she
No.
talk? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna say make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Can I use team tactics?
Or
to help her?
deception.
Oh, it's
Let's say deception, obviously.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
she is.
I could use team tactics to help as a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. What does that do?
It's just help, so I believe that you either get advantage or DM's rule if you want to be like a D4 add to the roll, depending on what you.
We'll do advantage.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. She's decently. Wow, 23.
Oh Jesus. Julia's an idiot.
Oh, Julia.
Great.
Poor sweet
Yeah.
Julia.
Yeah, wow, you must just be like so good with animals that they just are enchanted on
Yes,
you. I don't know how
Yes.
this works. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, so like we get here and part of our initiation is we go out into the forest, we find a familiar, we enchant them so they don't do like the talky thing anymore. And then, for the next 7 years that we're here, we just use them to like, practice our spells on. And like companionship.
I think that like as this girl is talking, I think Melory's like face just like drops a little bit, like when she realizes what's happening.
Clarky is also very much dropping as well.
But you came with one, so I guess you didn't have to do
She'll
that.
turn. It's like, you do that to them?
What?
You take them and then you enchant them.
Well, they become like our pets, our companions, our familiars. We bond with them. We connect with them. If you really missed out on it, you go out into the woods and you spend the night. Right before bed, you set little. I prefer not to call them traps, but like little, we set out some food for them. And then the next morning you wake up and the one that you're destined to be with is there for you.
she'll get really close to her, like inches away. It's like, is that what the man in the forest does? The one in the cabin.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he takes us out, he escorts us, and sometimes when we're creating invitations, like sometimes like small injuries might occur, so he rehabilitates them for us, and then yeah, we go and pick them up. And he tends to make sure that, you know, like if they're real upset about it or if they still have that ability to like speak, you know, that can be very distressing for them. So he just helps with that as well, keeps them calm.
Like, I grip Melory's shoulder as hard as I can with my little paws, like trying to just reassure her and keep her calm.
And then she'll wait for it. It's like all of them. She'll be pointing at various, if there's any more like of these animals around.
And you look and there are various animals in the room.
I think Melory's like body language has shifted to very like rigid at this moment once she realized what has been happening. She didn't necessarily know this was the case with the school.
Mm-hmm. Julia just kind of turns back.
I think
towards
Melory's maybe putting two and two together. It's like, could you show me your familiar, please?
Well, like I said, I'm not really sure where she got off to, but I'm happy to show her to you when I find her. You know, sometimes like they kind of wander around. They've got their own little world.
She'll get very close against, like, it would mean a lot to me. And then she'll smile like someone hasn't smiled like before. Has a smile. It's very creepy.
Okay. Like, I guess intimidation.
It's supposed to say it's persuasion in her mind, but this is intimidation. 12.
Yeah, yes, of course. Like I said, as soon as I find her, I will definitely show her to you. Melory, you sense in the back of your mind that you've been a crow for probably about 50 minutes of your hour. Role play that as you will.
Yeah, she's like, oh, how long do we have left to eat?
I mean, you can eat until you're full, but it's you know, it's Founder's Eve, so you know people are really probably gonna stay up late.
Okay,
but you don't have to if you're not feeling well.
I'll be right back. Do you know where the restroom is?
Sure. She just sort of gestures to the wall. It's just a wall. It's like you just, you know, if you need to go to the restroom, you just think about going that you need, that's what you need, and then the doors appear.
Okay. Thank you. I will be right back. And she'll stand up really like rigidly and just kind of shuffle away.
Okay. And as you do, the stool that you're sitting on disappears and the space that you're occupying closes.
Oh my God, Melory. They've been kidnapping creatures from the forest all this time, enchanting them so they can't speak.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry I brought you here. This is worse than I thought. I didn't know that they did that here. I didn't think they did that. No, is that what they're going to do that to us? They were going to do that to us, weren't they? Yes.
Melory.
Yes, we have to. Yes, we have to free them. This is awful.
Every creature in this room is under an enchantment and it can't speak. They've taken away their free will. This is evil beyond what I imagined. And
yes,
I'm really
like
worried.
That. Oh no, it's like that the cabin. It's the cabin. It's a good thing that we got out because they were going
to do that to us.
Yes. Maybe this will be lifted if we get rid of the hearth.
Well, if it's an enchantment, there has to be a way to break it. So what if the enchantment is tied to the hearth?
Yes, and then everyone will be free. There are so many students. There are so many animals here. This is awful.
But if this feast is going all night, we have to extinguish this flame tonight, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people here, which means that we're going to have to do this all in front of them.
Yes, we're going to have to. This is not how I thought they worked. This is not how I was raised.
I'm really worried about Johnny and Hugh.
Yes, I am. If anything, the ritual seems like they need to go into the forest. Maybe when I came here, they just shooed me away. Maybe they'll do the same thing, but why don't you? I'll be here for a little while. Do you want to warn them?
I don't know where they are.
I don't know. You want, it's probably for the best, because as long as we don't hear noise, they are loud when they find anything here. So as long as we don't hear humans yelling, they're doing okay.
Well, we have to figure out how to clear this hall to get the fire out. How many more times can you be a human before the night is up?
I think I can do this a few more times, but it's only going to be a few hours at most. And then I think like the beak kind of starts coming out, and she'll wave, and then just like cast a spell again. It's like, okay, I think I should be good for a little while longer.
Okay. Just don't overdo it, okay?
Just tell me if start getting, feathers again.
I will look out for you. And I really don't think that we should separate ourselves again under any circumstances.
No, I'm sorry. I did not know how much of a nightmare this was going to be.
It's not your fault. Obviously, you don't take part in what they do.
No, I'm glad I did not. I don't know what happened if I went here, so in a way, I'm glad. Okay. All right. Okay. Back outside. More information.
You can do this.
So as you approach the wall, a doorway will open for you. And where is it that you want it to take you?
I think she just wanted to go to the bathroom. I think that maybe that conversation was in the bathroom.
Okay. All right. So you're in a
because I think she wanted
bathroom.
I think she knew, she kind of felt like the altar self was going to wear off.
Yes. Okay. So this took place in a bathroom.
I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah. I need to go.
Excellent. All right. And so now where are you looking to go?
Back to the table.
Back to the feasting hall?
Yes.
Okay.
Back to actually, do you know what? As I come out, do I see any humans that I actively remember being jerks to me?
I'd say perception roll for that.
Yes. $18.
Okay. You do. Off in the far corner, all in a really bright pumpkin orange, you see some kids cutting up that you recognize as they've kind of thrown things at you in the past to get you to shoo.
She'll look at Clarkia and just say, I think I know a way to get them cleared out.
What are you thinking?
I think I settle a score right now.
I'm right behind you.
All right, I'm going to pause you there because I am intrigued and cut back to our other two friends. Right, so
you
are
is
in the kitchen.
Very seriously eating a pecan pie he has stolen.
Nice. Like a duck.
Should definitely not eat them.
One of the other sort of critters is a mouse that comes up to you and she's like, if you like pecan pie, you should see them once they go up there.
I'd prefer not to come into contact with any humans tonight, and I need my energy if I am going to take a wand from someone.
Well, what I mean is, all right, so when I was new and I didn't really know how it worked, I jumped on the table with some of the food once, and once it gets up there, it's like bigger.
Big enough to hide one of us?
Yeah, maybe. It's just everything, grows smaller down here.
Everything? Did you grow?
Oh, yeah, that's what was so funny. They all freaked out. It was like, for the first time in my life, I was like, the biggest critter around.
Oh.
Wait,
wow.
How big were you?
Oh, bigger, I don't know how to describe it. I was maybe as big as like your friend there, and like points to Ajani.
Like, how many times an increase would that be between these two?
I would say about double.
Interesting.
Huh.
I think it just helps them feed all those kids, because
that makes a lot of sense.
As a, I guess, as a last resort, we could enlarge ourselves if we need to get into a tumble.
That's certainly true, yes. There has to be some way for us to either get to the flame or clear a path. We should find the others, see if we can coordinate. Where do we think they might have gotten to by now?
No clue, but I don't think we should go towards the fire until we have all the other 4 artifacts first.
Agreed.
So, I mean, humans are like animals that they put someone on the top usually, so we need to find that kind of person around here. That's why they're so disorganized, is they let one person make all the decisions.
Melory had a plan for if I was caught by a human to keep them distracted. Mayhap we won 2 of them?
What was the plan?
How fast could you grab someone's wand if they're distracted?
I mean, I think I could rip it off their belt pretty easily.
All right, then. I'm going to go look cute. Let's hope we fish someone fast.
All right, this is a wild plan.
What's the plan?
Johnny's going to go, hopefully ask someone to move him back to the tunnel so he can get back out on the street. Stripped of his gear, obviously. I'm going to appear to be a regular old fox so that a human will pick me up and be like, oh, what a cute fox. Then I'm going to bite him really hard on the hand so that they're distracted by being bitten and Hugh could snatch their wand.
All right. And you're
the
going to
biting is not required, but I don't like being touched.
Thank goodness these are wizards, because I'm probably stronger than them.
Right. You're gonna go the long way?
Yeah, it's probably for the best. The shortcut path is, I get the friends first.
Okay. All right. So you are, we'll say your new mouse pal takes you back out through the tunnels, pushes with great effort.
I will help that part.
All right, so they're, and then suddenly they have this split moment of like, oh my god, I'm so fucking strong. But then they realize it's you. And as you come out to the garden, it's dark now.
Thank you for your help, friend.
Good luck.
We may need to get more of us back here, but I would not get far. If this goes well, we may have that wand for Aurora.
All right. Well, I'll stay in the tunnel where it's safe, and you just do the special knock.
What's the special knock?
I don't know. You tell me.
4 taps.
Okay. All right. So you're in the garden. If you'd like to head for the staircase.
Yep. I just need to go in the place that's most likely for a student who's, walking around to notice a cute, innocent, and totally not sentient animal in walking around.
Great.
Ooh, Johnny, you should do that little like chitter and laughing thing you can do sometimes. Yeah, I think humans would find that very cute.
Johnny's very much deadpanning straight at him. And also directly not making contact with Adam at all, because I don't want to read his commentary right now.
Okay. You can sense. You can sense that you don't want to look at him. So
I'll hit him. I swear I will.
we'll say that it doesn't take very long, and you notice a couple, like 2 kids that are kind of like just romantically strolling around.
Perfect.
And they make their way to a bench. It's very awkward.
Yeah. I think Johnny will just kind of like shake himself off a little bit because this is very awkward for him. And then kind of, it's almost a strut. I think he would very much like see it as like a very, very like directly kind of feminine strut.
Sure.
Over across the way. I think he kind of like brushes the leg of one of the 2 of the humans. They kind of look and go like, oh, look at very cute, you know.
Okay. So they are very obvious and very distracting to them, and they're like whispering and pointing at you. Just like, how did you get in here?
I'm gonna stop and just look up at them. Like I want one of them to pick me up.
One of them, like, you can say like, oh, I wish I hadn't already found my familiar. It's so cute.
Oh God, they're gonna kidnap me.
And one of them kind of like reaches, and they have a little pouch, and they bring out some crumbs, and are just kind of like,
all right, here we go. I'm gonna come up. I'll just like sniff a bit, seem nervous.
It's a scone. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
And I'll just nibble a little bit.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh,
wait.
he really likes me. I wonder if it's somebody else's familiar. They're like looking around to see, is someone out here with us? I thought you said it was private.
Are their wands visible?
Yeah, they're just kind of like sloppily hanging out of their back pocket.
Oh, perfect. I would like Hugh to do the big flap thing so that I can get some air and then glide past and take both of them if possible.
All right. Does this feel like sleight of hands, or does this feel like acrobatics?
I was hoping for just a pure athletics.
All right, pure athletics. Let's go.
Athletics?
Yes.
I would like to rage.
Okay.
Oh,
I really don't like it here.
These kids are not getting these wands back, no matter what. The angry.
Oh, you kidding me? An 8 and a 9? That's a 14. But wow.
All right. Okay. 14. So you are able to take a big flap, make your angry, I always assume Donald Duck noise.
Yes.
Very much announce that you are incoming, and just come through, glide through, and grab the wand out of the back pocket of the girl that is currently trying to feed Ajani some stale scones.
They're gonna be stale. Come on.
I don't know. They're pocket
fresh
scones.
Jeez.
And I think Hugh gets lost in the moment when he lands, and like Untitled Goose Game just has it tucked under the arm and just starts quacking at them very aggressively.
They are so taken aback. They are just, their eyes are darting back and forth between a fox and a duck, and this is a lot, and this is
Humans
weird.
understand our speech, right?
Yes.
In between one of the quacks, I'll just get like really loud and just say, "Run."
Intimidation, please.
These kids just wanted to make out. This is so scary.
Nat 1.
Natural 1?
Natural 1.
Okay. The person who still has their wand.
Burn that die.
They are also really looking for the opportunity to show off, and just like, don't worry, babe, I got the wand for you. And like they pull out theirs and they point it at you, Hugh.
I'm gonna bite him in his goddamn hand.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna say, Ajani, you can get a free attack.
All right. I'm gonna hope I hit him. I get a roll a d20 plus a 5 for a 16 total.
That absolutely hits. And you're biting this kid's hand, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So you leap up and clomp on, and the kid just draws back and is trying to shake you off. Are you attempting to like hold on? Or is it
I just need you to get away.
Nip and go?
I just need to buy enough time for you to get away.
Okay.
Hugh will say run, but this time it's like run, and then just start running the other way.
All right, where are you
I think
headed?
he'll just
Hugh?
let himself be flung at some point.
All right.
I'll try and like lose them, and then just go back to the sewer grate.
Okay, great. All right, so Johnny, holding on, we'll say you would make a strength test.
I got you. I'm on it right now. Here comes that die. That's not a great roll. That's a 10 plus 2. That's strength test or strength save.
We'll say test. Yeah.
Then it's only a plus 2, so that's a 12.
All right, so you hold on for a couple of swings before you are flung off, but that's about the time that it takes you to run off as well.
Wow!
Right. And it's dark, and the two of you are able to get away easily if you would like to. These kids are freaked out. They don't want to chase you.
Please don't tell them, Adam, you saw that. Or Adam.
Your secret's safe with me, but I'll be honest, Adam was literally right behind me. He saw everything.
Adam is just like, you two are an absolute mess. And you hear the kids like, oh, my hand is bleeding. Oh my God. Rabies? I don't even know. Why did that thing attack me? And the girl is like really upset and trying to help bandage his hand. And then kind of realizes, hey, wait, like that fucking duck has my wand. And so it seems like there's this sort of like growl of indignation, and you have a sense that they are going to start pursuing you any moment.
I knocked 4 times on the grate.
If you want me. Okay, the mouse you can hear straining.
I lift up the grate myself.
Okay, it lifts up with the mouse.
Johnny just is indignantly stomp again, just like me. Well, like he's still doing like the strut, just like me, rabbit, the nerve.
All right, Adam just jumps in. We gotta get out of here.
Let's go.
All right, you all are able to, we'll say, fast forward, scurry back to the kitchens. That's where you're headed, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and I will cut back to our other crew. Melory, what were you about to do to those children?
Melory's going to march slowly with purpose toward this child that has wronged her. On her way there, she's just to Clarkia. Just, all right, new plan. I'm going to start something. Do we see any small familiars?
I mean, they're just all over the place.
Yeah,
they are also like partaking in the feast. Some of them are playing with each other. Some of them are like nuzzling.
Are there
people? And a lot of them are just like getting fed lots of little scraps of
at the
stuff.
table we're going to? Is there any of the ones that are particularly small?
Yeah, we'll say that you see the occasional mouse. Sometimes like little birds, like little sparrows.
Okay.
Lots of different things. You even see a frog.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Clark, you see that mouse right there? I'm going to do something ill-advised. Let's start a commotion. Should clear out this place, or at least give us a moment to leave. And I want you to tackle that, and I'll snatch it so we can free them.
Tackle the mouse?
Yes. If they're enchanted, they'll try and leave. So it'll give me a chance to grab them on the way out, so we can free them.
Okay, sure. My only concern is that we're vastly outnumbered, Melory. What if they end up turning on us?
They shouldn't have. They should be distracted. If I think I know what's going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay?
Okay.
It's going to be loud. It's going to be a lot of things happening. I got you. And just for that mouse's sake, hopefully we can do this. Okay?
Okay. And I get into pouncing position for the mouse off of her shoulder.
All right. Melory's going to, since she is small, she's going to just step on a stool and step on the table in front of this person.
Okay. So as you approach the table that's full of children wearing orange, these kids are not really sitting at it necessarily. They're just like hanging out next to it. Like one of the kids is sitting backwards on the stool. One of the kids is just sort of standing, like has a big like roll of bread and just kind of like tossing it around, taking a bite, stuff like that. And they're just chilling out. So a space grows, a stool appears, and you step onto it.
Hello, awful child.
Dude, what is this girl? Hello,
seeing
are you
you.
lost?
No, I'm not lost. I'm not lost.
Okay, this is not your table.
It's my table now.
No, this is a flangouche table, and you are a tuffling.
You.
Those words mean.
She'll shake her head like it's like no. She'll get very close to that one. Is it a girl?
It's
Or
a
boy?
group of various.
Yeah. She'll get very close to them and just kind of like hunch over and kind of like you, all of you.
I guess you tufflings can't wait until tomorrow's games to get your asses kicked.
You like to throw things at birds, don't you?
What?
Yes, I've seen you
No?
throwing rocks at birds. Hmm.
You mean like last week?
Yes.
Yeah, that bird was scaring my familiar.
You're familiar, huh?
Yeah.
She'll take the plate of like what is next to her.
We will say that there is a large silver platter of like eclairs, just various cream-filled pastries and donuts.
but I
If
want
there is-
one.
She'll grab a platter
Uh-huh.
and just throw them at.
Good
Food
fight.
fight. Yeah,
Right.
she is gonna instigate a food fight. I think.
All right. I'm gonna say athletics.
Athletics. All right.
And when Melory throws, I want to pounce.
Okay.
Nine.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it's a big platter. There's a lot of eclairs. A lot of them hit the ground. But we'll say at least one smack
Mhm.
right in the middle of the person you are particularly menacing.
Yeah.
In the middle of their orange robes and just kind of like smears down. And he's just
Yeah.
like,
How's that feel? Huh? How's that feel? Not so good when that happens to you, does it? Huh?
gross, what is wrong with you? And he like reaches over and like gets like a scoopful of like shepherd's pie and starts to fling it at you. And I would say within seconds of this, it just completely erupts into madness.
Yeah.
All right,
Now it's
Clark.
plan time.
All right.
She is just like getting like sitting on table, just like causing chaos, just throwing stuff, like she's the veil of like human. She is cawing angrily at them as
It's just like
disconcerting
this
as
screaming caw sound through
Yeah.
human vocal cords.
Yeah, it's very strange.
All right. Clarkia, you are also pouncing at this moment.
Yes, I want to pounce at the small familiar, maybe of the person that got hit with the eclair, as a gesture of like, ha ha.
Okay. This person has is not, their familiar is not the mouse, but instead is I have it written down. Is where is it? Oh, it is an owl.
Ooh, bad matchup. Whatever. Clarky is gonna pounce at it and yeah, just try to. I'm going to pounce at it and like try to like grapple it.
Okay. Strength.
Oh, that's
It's an
15
owl
plus 3. 18.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You completely catch this owl by surprise, and it is, we'll say, that, I mean, not used to being assaulted by other animals, let alone squirrels, and you are able to grapple it, yes.
Great. Yeah, I just want to wrestle with it and try to subdue it, or at least try to cause fear or chaos if I can.
Okay, absolutely. It is mostly indignant. It is a beautiful tawny owl, and it cannot believe that you would dare, especially like a rat? Like, what even are you?
Snap out of it! Snap out of it!
I say that because you're disguised as a rat, not to insult your squirreliness. Okay. Let me clarify that was not a burn. All right. Okay. And now that you've created complete chaos, are you just reveling in the chaos, or
Just
were you
reveling
using
in-
this as a distraction?
She's gonna revel. She's gonna take out, probably for a few moments, take out her frustrations and like single out a bunch of the kids that probably gave her the most shit, like when she was like hanging around. This is her time.
Absolutely. You were
But-
just pelting those kids.
Yeah. And then she's gonna like see Clarkia, and she's going to take off her the robe and just try and scoop up this owl, and then just try and run.
Okay. What are you wearing under the robe?
She's wearing just like, she had a cloak before
Okay.
underneath. Yeah.
All right. So there's just like a moody, mysterious
Yeah.
outfit happening underneath the.
Yeah.
All right. So you swoop up this owl. You hear the person that you pelted with the eclair, like, "Hey, she's got my fucking owl! Get back here, you tuffling!" And the other tufflings like have come over, and they're just like, "Yeah, this is a thing that we're doing."
Yeah,
so
we
there's
steal
this-
owls now. Get fucked.
Started a house war.
And they're a little confused, but like, you know, like camaraderie. I don't know. They feel like they need to support you because you're wearing the color purple, even though they've never seen you before. So, yeah, the group think is like a lot.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
the cliques.
high
The cliques
school
gotta go.
guys.
Yeah. You gotta.
Yeah. All right. So they're able to kind of like hold him off behind you.
Yeah.
You've got an owl. You've got Clarkia. What you doing?
She's gonna just go into the nearest, like, she's gonna run for at least a good like couple hallways and then just find a room.
Okay. So you run towards the wall, and a doorway opens for you. And what do you want beyond it?
You want maybe like one of the dorm rooms or something like that.
Okay. And you run into a dormitory, and it's decorated in purples and things like that. Otherwise, you don't see anyone else here. It's pretty dark. And the room closes behind you.
Okay. All right.
I still have the owl grappled, and I'm like, "Come on, snap out of it! Snap out of it!"
You're
Kinda
free.
shaking
You're
him.
free.
Though, yeah.
Melory's
I don't
also
think
like,
I
she's
can
taking
break an
bits of
enchantment.
food. Melory's also taking bits of food and kind of like eating it too. Like she's just kind of like pecking at it with her.
Just rage eating.
Yeah. It's like, snap out of it. Come on.
How did we get Irvid out of it?
All right. She'll like take up her arms and say, okay, I think I can do this. I think. Oh, okay. I hope this is enough. And she'll kind of like wave her like hands around this owl. She's gonna try and dispel the magic on this owl.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Do I have to beat any sort of
What level are you casting
Yeah.
it at?
I am 3rd level.
Okay.
The level, I think. So it's third or lower. Higher than that I have to roll.
Okay. It is a 3rd level spell.
Okay. So I think it just ends.
Okay, it's automatic. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
see this owl blink.
It's like, can you talk?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
You're-
I can talk.
She'll smile at
I haven't
okay.
been able to talk in months.
You're okay.
How do you feel?
Fine. I feel great. I feel a little confused, a little fuzzy,
I'm so sorry to be meeting you like this.
a little bit of a
You-
weird taste in my mouth. Tastes
You've
like
been enchanted. We don't know for how long, but you've been held captive at the student school. We just interrupted their dinner and took you away so that we could dispel the enchantment, and thankfully it worked.
Yes, you're free now.
Well, thank you. You wouldn't happen to have clothes, would you? You like notice? It just like feels kind of like
No.
weird being just a naked owl.
I take the wrap off of my tail and I say, I have this length of cloth. Unfortunately, that's all I have right now.
All right, he makes a little owl toga. Looks a little bit more like bondage gear. Like it's just like, because it's just a big owl. It's just like,
So,
thank you
lost your
for
memory?
protecting my modesty. It's not so much that, it's there. It's just kind of fuzzy. I just feel like maybe I need some rest.
Yes, hopefully it should wear off.
I've got bits and
might have-
pieces.
You might have been under the human spell for a long time, so it's natural for it to take a little bit of time to completely wear off. But
Well, thank you for saving me.
Melory is not a human, by the way. Melory
No.
is a Corvum.
yes, that's confusing. Yes, this is a
Oh.
disguise. This is I am not one of them. I am
Oh.
And we are guardians of the Forest Flame, and we're here to rescue all of the enchanted animals in this castle.
That's wonderful. There are hundreds.
We have seen, and it's very disturbing. We've heard tell of some artifacts hidden inside this castle somewhere, and we need to find them. There's a shovel, there's a trident, there's a staff, and a fan. Have you ever seen anything like that? If you can remember?
Yes,
By
with
any
your
chance?
time here, is there anything?
Yeah. Well, not all of them, maybe. But I feel like I remember a trident
Where have you seen it?
in the room where they keep us. The room where all the kids were I don't know what to call them. Where they all hang out.
The awful children?
Yes. The orange children. There's tridents like all over. There's insignia of tridents, like they're like obsessed with them.
Oh, I think that is their house. That is not the actual. Do you know anything where the actual trident, or any talk?
I know that.
Each of the colors has a logo of the artifact.
Yes.
Yeah, like they're flags. They're whatever they decorate with. They really just lean into the one thing.
And they each have a room where they all hang out. Wouldn't it follow, Melory, that they would be keeping the artifacts near their rooms?
That would be good, but also complicated. Having to go into 4 separate places. I was really hoping that they would be in one place and we could just grab them, but this is going to be a little more complicated.
Well, I seem to remember, like this Founders Day feast. The groups, the kids, the schools of kids, they have this big contest tomorrow, and I think that they'll be bringing these items, these weapons. I think they are to the contest tomorrow. Yeah, that seems right.
Tomorrow. So they'll be all there.
For the Founders Day competition tomorrow. Seems like a very big deal.
What do you think?
Seems like an opportune moment, especially if we need to get all of them at once.
It does, because it seems a little daunting, and pressing our luck to try and go into 4 separate places, sneak in there and take out the artifact.
Agreed. And we still don't know what's become of Hugh and Ajani.
No. I have this disguise for not much longer. But I think I can maybe do this again. The library. I can look up maybe something maybe that can get rid of the enchantment. Maybe?
Potentially, we could find some information on exactly what the spell is that enchants the humble folk. And
Yes.
Maybe in that we can learn something about how we might free them. Though I would assume that it would have to do something with those artifacts, and if we can get the artifacts back into our control, or at least destroy the false ones, then we may be able to mass break the enchantment. But I guess you, as the researcher, you would probably know a little bit better on that.
It would be good to have a backup just in case it's not, and also it might create some sort of distraction for all the children. Out.
Excuse me, our new friend. I know that this is probably a very strange experience for you, and I do hope that you're able to get back to your normal life as soon as possible. But if you could possibly help us and point us in the direction where we might be able to find some place for humble folk to hide when they are not enchanted. We are looking for our friends, and I fear that they might be captured or worse.
Well, I'll be honest with you. This whole place doesn't make much sense. It kind of takes you where you want to go, or where you need to go, which creates a lot of frustration sometimes because those two goals aren't always aligned. But I know that the more I think about him, the more trite he is. Steven was always trying to get into the kitchens. Like, he was convinced like they could raid the kitchens at night, and he would always want to go there, and it would never take him there. And I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, it seems to me like that's a pretty hard place for the students to access.
Yes, there might be places that are warded from that sort of magic, so that makes sense.
That makes sense. I just know that he would always try to go there, and instead it would always try to take him to go to bed or to the library or to study or whatever.
Maybe we won't be affected by the warding as the students are.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe if we think really hard about finding what we need or finding the others, we can get there. But first, like, while she's talking, she's gonna, Melory's gonna indulge in a little bit of her nature, and she's going to just like try and rifle. Now that she's here, now she's gonna try and rifle through like the belongings, see if she can find anything.
All right. On that note, I'm going to cut to a quick intermission, during which time we'll see what Melory is able to scramble up. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thanks, y'all, for sticking around ahead of time for more Forest and Flame. Hello, and welcome back to Forest and Flame on the Critical Misses channel. Before we cut to break, Melory, you were trying to raid
Like a
the
little,
storm room. All right, can you make an investigation roll for me?
yeah. Little gremlin child's going to just like rummage through everything. 18.
Oh, shit. So many shiny things. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Anything that might be useful for us, either magic-y or like something that like could get us through like certain parts of the school if we need to.
Okay. I will say, excuse me, that you see, it looks like various sort of geodes and crystals and gemstones, things like that, that seem like they might have magical significance. You also see lots of small glass vials of different shapes and sizes, just like really beautiful, different kinds of tinted vintage glasses.
I do have that appraising eye thing where I can appraise objects. You have almost supernatural ability to appraise objects by spending an action, examining any object. You can determine any magical properties the item has and how they might be used, activated, as well as how much they...
That's very useful.
This is her. This is her wheelhouse. Just like look.
Great. I was assuming that you wouldn't know anything.
It's very dangerous to let her in this like room with all the.
Absolutely.
things.
I will say that you find 2 potions of minor healing. You find 1 potion that is essentially disguise self.
Oh, cool.
And
A human too.
Oh, you want it? Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yes.
And then you find one of the stones feels like it might have some kind of like a fire casting.
That's mine now. Oh, yeah. She's going to give it to you know what? Hey, Clark. Here, I found something cool. Hey, look at this.
What is it?
Do you want to do this too? She'll like point to like.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, it might. I mean, it's going to help us definitely save more of these.
So that bottle has the same spell as you've got?
Similarly.
Okay.
And I will say, I don't know the extent of your ability, but just to keep it all on the same page, the contents, it's like 4 hours, and it can be divided however. So you can have an hour of disguise for 4 people, 4 hours for 1 person, etc.
Or we can
2.
save this and we can do everybody.
You mean like tomorrow during the ceremony?
Yes. It is fun though. This is fun. I am enjoying this despite how terrifying everything is, despite all the intense animals.
Horror. Definitely. Definitely kind of exciting. Yeah, we should hold on to that for tomorrow, I think.
Yes, but yes, pretending to be them is delightful actually. It's a trick on them. And I got so many, look at all these things they have. She'll like a whole like a handful of
They
things.
certainly like their things, don't they?
Yeah. She also has like amongst other things just like knickknacks and stuff like that. Like like stuff she thinks is cool is not useful.
Totally fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very glad you found something that you were looking for. But speaking of things that we're looking for, maybe we should try to get into those kitchens and find Hugh and Johnny.
Of course.
Good sir, will you be able to make it out by yourself? To our owl friend?
Yeah. If you could crack a window, I'll be home free. Thank you. I wish I had something to give you. It seems like you need all the help you can get.
There's nothing you need to give us. We are the guardians of the forest. And so we are here for you.
It gives you a little bow. It is one of these.
Hey, Melory, can you help with the window? I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that
Yes.
on my own.
She'll like push on it like she doesn't know like human strength. She'll just like push on it, like try and push it open.
Yeah, it just swings open.
It's like, oh, this is good. Oh, it's just taking me forever.
Great. He takes a big swoop gracefully
Let them all
out
know.
into the night.
Let the animals know what's happening here.
Yes. Take care.
Okay.
Be free.
Okay.
Cool.
Goodbye.
No. Thank you again. All right.
Before we go, are there any spare like of these orange like robes?
So you are currently in the purple.
Smart.
Or in the
place.
purple? Is there a spare one?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just take one.
Yeah, if you if the extent to which you've been rummaging for our entire 10-minute intermission, you found lots.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should try to take a couple. I want to stuff a couple in our
we
my burglar's
are.
pack to see if to try to save some for Hugh and Ajani too if they decide to transform later with us.
Right.
Stuffing kids' clothes into our backpack.
Just snatching clothes from children. Nothing crazy.
So fine.
Yep, and then okay, we'll find one of those doorways and then think very hard about finding the kitchens.
Okay. Can you make, I'm going to say a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Can I use team tactics for this roll too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How is your persuasion, by the way?
+5.
Okay, you should definitely do it over me.
She has Melory is good at magic, also like persuasion and deception, all these things.
Uh-huh.
7 and a 14.
Okay. And that was with the assistants?
Mhm.
Okay. So you think about it, and the door kind of tries to manifest in front of you, and you see what looks like a kitchen, maybe. But it sort of flickers, and you can't quite get through it.
Well, I guess. Well, that's. Well, maybe the old way. Maybe the standard way. Think it's close.
I will say, Clarkia, can you make a perception roll for me?
Mm-hmm. That's a 19 plus 5.
Nice.
24.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Clear as day, you see there's a bunch of little animals in there, including Ajani and Hugh. And it looks like they're maybe arguing with people. You can't fully tell, but you can see them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's them. They're in there. I can see them.
Oh, no. They don't know.
Hey. I'm gonna try to kind of pound on the wall, but I think it probably flickers away.
Can I get a perception from Ajani and Hugh?
On it.
Yeah, that's a nat 20.
Hugh has just been through a lot. He just came up through
Hugh.
these tunnels, and straight in front of him on the wall, you see Melory and Clarkia, like banging almost on glass.
Oh, dang! I thought they were dead.
First of all, that's very funny. Ajani, what was your roll?
6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just like, my mouth still tastes like blood from that kid.
People.
Humans.
All right.
Can I walk up to like where the wall is?
Mm-hmm.
How do we let him in here?
I am honestly not certain. It seems like they're trying to enter here, but something is blocking them.
Can one of the spooky ghosts in this room let them in? Hey, ghost, please let our friends in.
Are there ghosts in this room?
I mean, that's how the food is floating.
I don't know enough about how this place works to question that. So I won't.
Well, we know they're in the kitchen. If we gotta go around the long way, then we'll have to go around the long way. But it's at least good to see that they're alive.
Yes, it'll be good too. We need to get to them. If they don't know. They don't know.
All
Hey,
right,
do they
let's-
look concerned to you?
yeah, they certainly seem bothered by something. Nonetheless, we're not safe here on the move. Let's bring this wand to Aurora and see what we can do from there.
Oh yeah, and I'll pull out the wand.
Good work, by the way, back there. You did great.
You were a very excellent distraction. It's a shame I just couldn't grab both wands, I'll be honest.
Well, that's fine. You tried your best.
If you could have kept one. Aurora and everyone's still in this room somewhere, right?
Yeah, they're just watching all of this happen. Like, what
Oh,
Yes.
and I'll roll the wand on the floor to them. So do we have your help now?
Aurora stoops over to pick it up and looks at it. Yeah, sure. What exactly did you want my help with?
We need to get before artifacts from the old guardians, and then we needed to turn off the hearth.
All right. Well, I would say 1 favor for 1 favor. Seems like a fair trade. And she points the wand at the wall. And it opens.
And we can go inside.
Yeah.
Come through.
Ooh.
Aha!
Yeah.
So since
friends.
Clarky was banging, I think she kind of like falls through.
Yes.
And like,
Ah.
oh.
Hello. Hey.
And Aurora
Okay,
says,
you-
nice doing business with you.
Hello.
Okay, well.
I rush forward and I hug, I think, Hugh first, and then I hug Ajani, because I'm just glad to see them alive. And
Big hugs.
I say, I'm so glad you guys are safe. You won't believe what we found out. It's very, very, very bad.
Mel, it sounds like they've enchanted them all the animals, all of them.
They're all humble folk.
Every student in this school has enslaved a humble folk and taken away their ability to speak and act for themselves. We managed to free one from the spell, and hopefully if we can destroy the artifacts, we can free the rest of them. But yes, every single creature at this school is a humble folk.
That's monstrous.
It's worse than I thought. I know they did this. I knew they were awful.
But we did find some information. Tomorrow there's going to be a competition, and all of the artifacts are going to be presented. That'll be our chance to grab them and destroy them.
Well, that's certainly something to go off of.
I don't know if we should destroy the artifacts, though.
We
They're
have to free the
false.
animals.
We have the
Sure.
artifacts, and she pulls out her whistle, and she says, "We have the artifacts now.
We
But
have
The other artifacts are false, and we need to destroy them." The false
We
Yes,
have
Ravid said we
3.
could use the other artifacts.
we
they're
also
only
only
false
have
because-
3 of the new artifacts. We're short one.
Yeah.
That's true, and it's not your fault.
Fair.
But in any case, that's what we've found out. I'm glad you guys are okay. Who are all of these?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
That's Aurora, and Adam actually has terrible taste in potential romance partners.
yeah.
And
oh,
we
Aurora's
got
like,
I'm not a human. Okay. Yeah.
that. I don't actually think I got your name, little Gerbine friend. And I look at the mouse who helped us.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, they just call me Little.
Nice to meet you, Little. And Aurora, I know you probably didn't get off on the best feet with our friend Adam here, but what a class act this creature is. You know, if I were not so different in age from Adam, I may myself think that Adam was what a fine catch. And I kind of like look at Adam like we did owe you this. We did tell you we would talk to you.
Adam just gives you thumbs up.
Melory is making a face because like she can't necessarily hide it if she's being a human being. She's like,
I can't tell if Ajani is confused or jealous right now.
I mean, look how he dresses.
Would it be more of a favor to convince Adam to find someone else?
Aurora kind of like gives you all a look and sidles over to the ambiguous rodent from earlier and kind of like subtly like conveys that they are coupled with her body language.
Oh, Adam.
Hmm.
Adam says, I said that she wasn't single.
And why asking us to get to you with her? That is, you gotta know when enough is
What is
enough.
life
I'm
without
sorry.
hope?
I'm sorry, Aurora. I had no idea that he was trying to do something like that. Actually, I shouldn't have been surprised now that I'm learning this information. I deeply apologize. You two look very, very happy together.
Now I don't know if Ajani is hopeful or jealous.
That's kind of weird.
In any case, I'm very sorry about the inevitable disturbance that must have been caused by him. And I'm sure, well, my other friends seem quite pleasant, so I hope that they're as pleasant with you as they are with me. Anyway, I thank you for keeping them safe while we did our fact-finding mission.
I don't know about all that. We just came to an agreement. You all seem like you have a lot going on.
Yes.
More than I can express.
I'm wondering what it's going to take for you all to, like move on.
I mean,
As in, get out of your way?
Well, I mean, I feel like our business has concluded, and now technically you're in our hideout, and I'm just wondering how much longer you expect this sort of
Your point is
truce
made.
to extend.
We'll get going.
Wonderful.
Tomorrow is to release every animal in the care of this castle. Not care of the castle. What am I talking about? Every animal that has been enslaved by this castle. So
I mean, that sounds like a large task.
It is a large task, but I guarantee you we're up for it. And
We need to have this done. Mm-hmm.
Do you think
we will
there's
try
any...
to stay out of your way as much as possible. Rest assured, if we are able to, dispel this enchantment, hopefully there will be enough chaos that you guys can take whatever you need as well. So we
Seems
will
like-
stay out of your way as much as possible. Please keep our doings here a secret.
Yeah, I mean, who are we going to tell?
You don't
Guess you
think
never
there's a chance for us to take one of the artifacts back tonight, do you? I can't explain it, but something about the wood here feels wrong.
Yes.
It's just so... I mean, obviously it's unliving. I'm fine with trees that have been chopped down. That's different. It's so motionless. Almost like it's hard to... I don't have the words for this. I didn't get the best of educations. But
It is slippery.
that's not exactly what I meant. It's like when you... Like
On
when
one
you
hand-
feel like something's wrong in your gut, and you can't explain it.
On one hand, it would be an advantage to have an artifact going in. On the other hand, alerting them that someone is trying to steal the artifacts may cause tighter security tomorrow when they're all supposed to be together.
But we did find something useful going through their things. And she'll hold up the bottle. Got this.
And what does that do?
You can all do this, and it might make it easier.
That's certainly useful. Well, you all seem to have this plan of hitting this artifact during the festival tomorrow. And with that, it's certainly doable. Is that our plan?
It's going to be our best chance. They'll be unguarded, or they will be guarded, but they won't be in their stores, which is probably more... It's going to be more difficult to get it.
Some of
So
us
once
should be
they're
prepared
free.
to buy time if we need to, for the others.
If we can find a way to not destroy these old artifacts, I think that would be mighty fine, because, they're still powerful. If we can get a hold of them first, we shouldn't just throw that away.
Indeed.
And
Well-
it's not like they're the bad things, they're just in the hands of bad people.
Yes. Well, getting our hands on it is going to be the first thing. We can decide what we're going to do once we get them. We might have a better chance figuring out what we're supposed to do
Right.
when we actually get them.
All right. Well, for tonight, we should probably find a safe place to rest and learn as much about this competition as we can, where it'll be held, and at what point the artifacts are coming out.
Couldn't agree more, madam. Let's find somewhere to get some rest.
Yes,
I think I saw them making an apple pie we could jump into and sleep in.
If you all are wanting to stay in the kitchen just until tomorrow morning, you can.
Mhm.
But that will be the extent.
Your
Of
kindness is
anything,
yes.
immeasurable. Thank you very much. Johnny actually says, very genuinely.
Oh, okay. I assumed it was sarcasm. You're
Nope.
welcome.
Like, just very, very low bow. Your kindness is appreciated.
Hugh's going to turn to Adam at this point. You don't. You got us here. Thank you for that. And we've, I guess, done your part too. Trying, I guess, with that whole situation. You don't have to come with us anymore, but I think I wouldn't mind having you stick around for just a little bit of extra help.
Hugh, I'm really touched. I'm not one to risk my neck, as it were, but
Oh, I know you'll cut and run the second things look bad. But,
probably. But I certainly get the sense that this is not where I'll be remaining long term, and I don't necessarily have much to rush back to, so I appreciate the extended invitation.
Yeah. Thank you. Genuinely. You've helped us a lot.
You have been kind. I appreciate it.
Well, I think that you all know what appreciation is worth to me. I'm sure we can work this out afterwards.
It wasn't too hard to grab a wand. I'm sure we could snag another.
Sure, I'll take a wand. I'll take, whatever riches you discover as you take over this school, or free legions of, I'm sure we'll be very confused, but well-fed animals.
Hey, Aurora's still here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Ajani will step forward, lean up, and plant just the most chastised kiss on the side of Adam's cheek. Just, please take my undying thanks. You're so very kind to me, Adam.
All right. Adam is definitely caught off guard. A little bit of like a possum flush. And it's like, well, you're welcome, but don't get used to it.
Got it. Turns around and walks away very confidently, although his face is entirely pink.
Got it. Aurora notices. You can't read her expression, but she notices. All right.
Then.
Yes, if that's all.
Tomorrow, Guardians, we go to war.
yes.
Here's we
So it will
do.
be. I'll watch all your backs. I'll do my best to keep you all safe.
Likewise.
Of course.
All right. Is anyone doing anything before bed?
He's going to do something that he doesn't do very often, but he's going to just stay up for an extra hour and just use a whetstone on the end of the axe, making sure it's extra sharp.
All right. You are very easily able to find lots of different sharpening tools.
Oh, Hugh
You're
has them.
all right. You have it on you. You're
Yeah.
good to go. That thing is sharp. You could split a feather. Just drop a
Ajani would
feather
probably
out.
just light some incense and up on the censer and just meditate for a bit, offer a prayer to Galwin just to thank him for guiding him so far, and knowing that wherever he's headed next, it probably leads to Kren. So just kind of reassure his own faith and fervor before the day ahead.
All right.
Could I talk to Little?
Yeah. Little, really, ever since all of this has started going down, Little has become a little bit more attached to you all. a bit of admiration happening. I would say, especially for Johnny.
Great. Little, have you ever seen this competition before?
No.
Do you know anything about it?
I heard that the food the night before is the best ever, and the only time the food is better is the morning of. So we've really been excited about the kitchens and all of the, whatever goes on in here, the floating and stuff. It's been like twice as active as usual. And I heard that there's a big fight and the same team usually wins.
Which team? Do you know which team?
I think the orange one.
They seem like the worst ones.
I don't know. They all seem like the worst to me.
I guess that's very true.
That's about it.
So if there's a grand feast in the morning and then they do their competition, is it held indoors or outdoors?
That's a hard question to answer because it's all kind of both, Everything just always changes.
I see. You mean how the castle kind of rearranges depending on where you want to go?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I guess she's just musing out loud. I suppose if we're disguising ourselves as students, then we might be able to follow the crowd and do so kind of quietly. But I guess time's going to be a bit of an issue there. She's just kind of like doing like a little think.
Honestly, if I was you and if I was braver, I would take the shortcut.
Shortcut.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't here.
Yes, a rumor showed us the way straight down.
Yeah. No, I mean, if the transportation tables, they make it bigger.
Oh. Wait a minute.
You'll double in size.
That might be the key. I'm not very large as is, and I'm not going to pass as a human if I'm going to be this small. So I definitely am going to need to take advantage of the size increase.
I always thought, what if you got on the table and went up there and then came back down and did, how big could you get? How many times could you do it?
That's
And how long does it last? Are you like that forever?
Are the tables activated all the time? Once the students have all gone to bed, could we test this?
Yeah, we're not supposed to touch them ever.
Why is that?
What happened? You said you got on one of them once.
Yeah.
Did you shrink back to what happened to you?
No, twice as big as I ever was.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to shrink back down, but I just don't.
But to be a larger corvid.
As big as I could be as big as a bear.
It would certainly give us an advantage in a fight.
It would certainly be terrifying.
Although unfixable is certainly something to be aware of. It's possible,
Oh, there's ways around magic.
Fair enough.
Melory.
If you have the faith, then I have faith in you.
Thank you.
Of course.
And
So we pose as students. We get larger. We follow the crowd to the school competition, and there we steal the artifacts.
yes, and I found robes, so everyone has one. It's unfortunately
that's
not the winners, but it's the purple ones.
We pull out our
Wow. How very resourceful of
extra
you
purple
all.
robes.
Well, if we're going to be using the potion, we could choose which color, right?
I don't think that it changes our clothes, only our
No.
physical appearances.
It would have been very funny if we all picked the house with each of the artifacts. Never mind.
That is very true. And perhaps we could disguise ourselves a little bit better that way, but how does this sound? Do we think we can do this?
I think we can do this.
I think we have to try no matter what.
Well,
I agree with you all. We can do this, and we have to.
Yes. Not just for us, but for the rest of them.
Now, there is, of course, one elephant in the plan. One fox god-sized element in the plan we've forgotten.
Yes.
There's a no small chance that when we reach either the hearth or the artifacts, Kren reappears. My
That's
god
what-
told me in no such terms that the path we follow will likely lead back to him. And we'll most likely need my necklace.
Well, posing as students is quite a deception.
Yes, we are planning on, absconding with magic items.
I can't imagine even he would support the capture of our all humble folk, though. Maybe we could, if it comes down to it, persuade him. I mean, a trickster god has to value freedom, right?
Maybe. The idea of conversing with him again churns my stomach, but I will keep the idea
to
at
speak
least.
with people that have wronged us, and it's difficult to face those that have caused us harm. But, Ajani, you are strong, and I know that you can do it. In fact, you are much stronger than Kren. Kren survives by trickery and by wiliness and by lies. You survive on the truth. And even in this deception that we are about to pull, I know for sure that you're going to put your 100% into it, because you always do. There's no need to be worried.
You flatter me, madam. Thank you for the vote of confidence. It means the world to me.
Well, maybe one day you'll end up calling me Clarkia instead of Madam as a thanks. Who knows?
Madam, I couldn't see me doing that unless I married you.
Oh, she blushes.
He's just on fire today. Wow.
It's been a long time since I've heard that word.
Adam comes over and is like, step off, Clark.
Ooh.
She elbows him good naturedly and
Yes.
says, "You kids do whatever you feel in your heart. I'm gonna get some shut eye before the morning."
Indeed. We should all rest.
Yes, we're gonna need it. It's been a long day.
I don't know why, but I think that we can do this. In fact, I think with you four, she nods to Adam as well. I think together we can do a lot more than we think we can.
Yeah. I agree with you.
On this, I agree as well. We're here for a purpose, and let's do it.
And I think Clarkia kind of snuggles up. She takes out her whistle and realizes she's not going to be able to get outside tonight, but she's kind of okay with that fact. And so for the first time in many a night, she does not call her whistle into the night. Perhaps because she feels found. Perhaps because she knows she can't go outside.
I think even if you can't see her in the moment, Johnny, as he's kind of settling in, notices he doesn't hear the sound, and he's just is a very contented smile, just.
Lovely. Any other last calls for tonight? All right. And a quick cut to the next morning. You are awakened by tremendous clanging of pots and pans and foods flying through the air.
We missed our chance to enlarge ourselves, huh?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. We can
Not
still
yet.
do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like trying. Let's.
I'll volunteer first. In case
Nah. Are you sure? I'm fine with that.
it's irreversible. I mean, I don't mind.
Okay, now
All right,
before we all just go enlarging ourselves, we do need to make sure that when we appear on those tables, we're going to be humans, or are we going to be in our regular forms? Because I think that there'll be
we'd
a
have to
lot
drink
more
the potion
alarms.
first.
Mm-hmm. But then that only gives us,
1 hour.
an hour and change each if Melory is going to use her spells herself to do her disguise.
Yes. I can do my own. Still, time is going to be up the offense. I think 1 hour should be enough.
So then we'll have to move fast. Find the hearth, find the artifacts, and then regroup.
Yes.
Well, I believe the hearth is up in the feasting hall.
It is.
So at least
You
you
two
know
would
where
have seen
that
it.
is.
Yeah.
Well, part 1 completed. Good job, you two.
Yes. Thank you. All right. We nab the artifacts and we'll figure out what our next step is. Figure it out on the way.
Okay, well, I gesture towards the potion. I say, bottoms up then.
It's a little disorienting at first, but you get used to it. Having the other limbs.
I
We
sure
pour it
hope
into
so.
like 3 shot glasses and cheers each other.
Shot glasses like this big for us.
Johnny's just like, I've never drank. This is strange.
It's gonna feel really
Cheers.
strange.
I don't think it's alcoholic.
Well,
You know, just
to humanity.
I suppose.
All right. What do you all look like?
Oh, ha! That's funny. Oh God! Ow, Jesus! I pulled my own hair. I think Ajani is probably just like, yeah, decent, like late teens, maybe like early 20-ish looking if he has to at the latest. Kind of lanky, but still like decent build, almost like a dancer almost. Has like locks kind of tied in a really tight ponytail, kind of like towards the back of his head. Darker toned skin, and still kind of has like the slight sharpness to his teeth.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of hot, honestly.
Sweet. Sounds hot.
Hmm.
Hugh is like a probably like a little taller than average, muscular looking, like olive skinned person with like short curly hair. Not quite as old looking as a Johnny, but like probably closer to like 17, 16 in age.
Got it. All right. What about you, Clarkia?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think that would the potion keep me at a similar-ish age to what I feel like as a humble creature, or is it just like completely my choice?
It's your choice.
Okay. Yes, then I think Clarkia transforms into a student that looks like they're in their final year at school, like, you know, and is just very like mild looking, not just trying to appear as forgettable as possible, if that makes sense. Just like, you know, just kind of like a tawny haired, nondescript person, and keeping like as low a profile as possible.
All right. And you all don your purple robes.
So let's plan.
All right. Stepping on the table.
Yes, in the well,
Yeah.
because I guess right now, like, I guess the alter self makes you similar sized but human shaped. So yeah, I definitely need a size boost to be a passable human right now.
Yeah, same. I think just everyone on the table will become at least relatively normal human sized.
All right.
Yeah.
And same for you, Lynn.
Mhm.
All right. And just to be clear, you're encouraging Adam to come or no?
Bring
Oh,
the
that's
elf.
bad.
We have one more.
Probably.
We have one more. We have one more. We have one
Oh,
more.
true.
So, yeah.
Oh,
He
you
could
want
act
Adam to be
familiar.
ghost?
Let's do it.
He could act like a familiar.
Which one's for?
I'll take him. Why not?
Oh.
As a familiar?
Yeah, sure.
We don't have enough potion to get him, right?
Actually, we could.
I
I
think
could
we do
just
have
do
one
mine.
more
mine.
dose actually. If we do.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
want.
well, yeah,
can-
we can make up a person. No
What
problem.
do you feel?
Oh, sure.
I'm
Save
down.
the headache. I appreciate it.
Oh, this is.
It's your call.
There will be a distraction either way.
Honestly,
I want to see. I kind of want to see this. I kind of want to see this.
fine. I'll take him. Why not?
I was curious what human Adam would look like.
Yeah,
though.
I'm also yeah.
Is that what we're curious for? Because I'm also very curious for that.
Yeah, I'm curious of
Yeah.
what human what
Then let's go for
the
human Adam.
chaos human Adam's gonna like.
Oh God, I hope it doesn't get hotter. Ah,
Oh, he's gonna be very hot. That's gonna be.
All right. As you
I
pass
pulled it
out,
by heart.
you pass Adam and he takes a swig. He transforms into like a very ornately dressed in sort of more embellished
Oh,
shades
no.
of orange, because he heard that those are the people who win. And he has like kind of like an angsty shaggy mop of it's kind of like a light blonde with some silver in it. He has has like very full lips and very long eyelashes, and is just absolutely gorgeous.
So the potion would be able to affect our clothing?
Yeah.
Then Q has a Stetson.
Okay.
Also, I think, is it possible to change the color then of the robe?
If you choose to, you can. Yeah.
All right. Which house is the one with the staff?
The staff is. We'll say little, let you know that it's green.
All right, then Hugh will change into the greenhouse.
All right. So you've got.
For the Trident one.
Okay. Trident is orange.
Then I guess I'm going orange too.
All
Okay,
right.
Who's the fan? then?
Matching.
All right. So we've got purple fan.
Okay.
Navy is the spade. Green
Ah.
is the staff, and orange is the trident. So who's what?
I'm green.
Green.
Is the fan is associated with wind, or is it the?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Great.
do you want to stay as purple, or shall I go navy?
It might be easier. I already have a persona, and they seem to respect me. So yes.
That's very true. Okay, well then navy it is for me.
All right. Great. All right. And you step on that table?
Yep.
Okay. You step on it together, but the second that you make contact with it, you cannot perceive anyone but yourself. And you feel at the same time kind of like a burning sensation from cold in your bones as it feels like they're stretching and swelling. It's very unpleasant. But as soon as it begins, it's over, and you find yourself just sitting in like various pastries in the middle of a large square table.
Ooh. And Q eats one.
Oh, it's breakfast.
And all of you appeared in the same table, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
People are confused.
Wrong
Wrong
way.
turn.
We got lost. I thought.
Okay, good.
I
that's
scramble
okay.
off the table and
Yeah.
I like very quickly like duck my head down and just walk over to a navy table and sit down like quietly like.
Oh, are we split? And you will get, I guess, ushered into a green table.
Yeah, I think if any of them are looking unsure, I think Melory's gonna be like, this is all right.
Adam is very bold about what happened. He like stands up, 10 points, laughs it off, wipes a little food off of his trousers, and grabs Ajani and sort of struts over to the orange table.
Yep, Johnny just being your usual bookish shy nerd is probably just blushing a bit and being dragged over.
Yeah, he gets over there and he starts like just high-fiving people. Like, dude, I made it to the kitchen. Woo, I made it out.
Mm-hmm. Melory's gonna just shuffle to her thing, but first, on the way there, she is gonna make eyes with the people at the orange table. Like,
And the Eclair guy is like, she's got my owl. And they're like holding him back. I'm like, dude, it's fine. We'll get the owl later. I got more important things.
Stole my fucking owl.
Stole my fucking owl.
When Clarkia sits down at her table, she like notices who's like sitting to her left and right, and whichever person just looks more amenable to being spoken to, she turns to them and says, "I heard some crazy rumors about yellow dragons. Have you heard anything about that?"
No, is that supposed to be part of the contest today?
"Oh, I don't know, maybe. I just heard that somebody went out into the forest and saw some yellow dragons, which is crazy because they're so dangerous, right?"
Oh my god, yeah, that's terrifying. Who went out in the forest?
"Oh, Steven."
Oh. That sounds like Steven.
Yeah, tell me about it. I
Oh,
grab
so-
a pastry and I
Fucking
stuff it in my
Steven.
mouth.
Like, so who do you think they're gonna pick?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really like to guess on these kinds of things. It's a little immature for me.
Oh.
Giant bite of food.
Yeah, I agree. I just like, I don't know. I don't want it to be me, you know?
Why not? Why wouldn't you want to be picked?
Because obviously we're going to lose, and I don't want to be the person who lost it for us.
Oh, right, because there's one person from each house that gets picked to compete.
Yes. Yeah, and Flangouche always wins.
Yeah, man, I wish they wouldn't win. But if they had to win,
Well, of course they're going to win. They have a trident.
Yeah, but we have some good stuff. We might be able to.
We have a shovel. I mean, it's sharp, but
a very deadly weapon in the right hand.
I guess, but I just don't want it to be me.
I do hope I get picked. What if I do? How would I get picked? How do I get picked? Do you think that there's a way that I can make it so I do get picked?
Well, I mean, I don't know how, but if Headmaster Menakar chooses you, then you're not afraid?
Ha! When you're as old as I am, you're not afraid of anything.
What are you, a fourth year?
At least.
All right. Well, I mean, at the very least, I would be afraid it would hurt, the transformation would hurt,
Oh, yeah. Maybe it would hurt, but I was sick last year, so I didn't get to see what exactly happened during the transformation. Should I be rolling a deception?
No, honestly, I think you're being pretty smooth right now. Right. I guess, I don't know, for being sick since you're a fourth year.
Well, it would be a 12.
All right. She's a little bit what about the first 2 years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wasn't sure if it was the same every year. But
yeah.
Maybe it is.
Well, it's been the same every year that I've been here.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, I stole some drink potion, and I'm a little bit turned right now.
Drink potion?
So, that's why I'm a little forgetful about some of these school rituals. They're not really my thing.
I heard there was an after party, but I didn't want to get in trouble.
Okay, I'll give you the invite, but just don't tell anybody that I've been...
I don't think I want to hang out with you.
She accepts that. A little embarrassed with how she's acting.
Okay.
Coolest kid in the whole school, by the way, Clark. Just nailing it.
All right. Where are you at, Hugh?
Hugh just goes and sits down at the green table with an armful of pastries. How do you do, fellow staff worshippers?
And you notice the people around you don't really hear you because they're too busy being Dribsy, Dribsy. We're gonna nail it this year.
Yeah. And I just put all the pastries on the table. I brought us food for the fuel.
Incoming beaver slap. So he comes in and just is going to swing you and smack you as hard as they can in the cheek.
Can I block my arm or something?
Your choice. Yes.
Yeah, I'll put my hand up and catch it.
Okay, we'll say Dex. Can you roll Dex for me?
Sure. Does this count as... I have advantage on Dex effects against effects you can see for danger sense.
This is exactly what that is.
Okay. That's 19.
Right. So you just grab the open hand out of the air, and they seem a little taken aback. Dude.
You gotta be faster than that. Come on, bud.
They might pick you this year if you're that quick.
Yeah. I hope they pick me too. Pick me for what exactly? Sorry, I'm new?
No one's new. It's the middle of the year.
Well, my old school mysteriously burned down.
That's intense, dude. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Was anyone hurt?
No, it was a small place. Just, deception.
Do you need to talk to someone about that?
I talk to my mama about it when I need to.
All right. Cool.
Hey,
Well, we're
that's-
here if you ever,
Thanks. That actually means a lot.
Dribsy.
And I think Hugh joins in the chant now.
Great.
These fucking names, by the way, are just so great.
The himbo table.
All right. What are we doing, Melory?
Melory's going to just like walk up to her her comrades at the house. Like, how are you doing, friends?
Good morning. You really started a lot of shenanigans last night.
Yes. Yes, I did. They deserved it.
You're not wrong.
We're gonna win tonight, aren't we? Today.
I mean, even if we don't, I think we still have the victory of the food fight,
No, we'll win. That was round 1. I have shaken their confidence, taken one of their familiars. They're off their game, so we will win this.
Yeah, by the way, you got to give that guy's familiar back. I mean, I know we're all caught up in this, but
when we'll win, we'll consider it.
Okay.
We're gonna win, right? Everyone?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
She's
Roll
gonna stand-
intimidation.
Yeah. She's a very small, terrifying girl that's just like wandering. No one knows who they
No
are.
one wants to make eye contact with you.
She has that, she does have that thing where she'll get right into your face.
Yes.
Oh God. 12.
All right. Well, they're just kind of like, yeah, they don't want to piss you off.
I am. Yes, we're gonna win.
Great. Oh, hey, look. And they gesture, and it looks like you notice that there is a great, I mean, you have definitely seen there's a giant fire pit sort of in the middle of the room. And in front of it, there are several adults, and it looks like one of them is going to speak. So in hushed tones, as one of them approaches a podium, he begins to give a speech. 100 years ago, I came to this untamed land and I saw promise. And in turn, the land saw promise in me. The forest offered its great powers to me, and I, in turn, have shared them with generations of wizards. Today, we celebrate this honor through feats of cunning, strength, sacrifice, and friendship. Has each school nominated a representative? And they kind of turn, and they're looking around at each table.
Stand up.
What'd you say? You stand
I
up?
stand up. I stand up.
You can see that like another kid is starting to stand up and then sees you stand up, and it's just kind of like,
If I spot Clarkia stand up, he would stand up immediately.
Yeah,
as well.
I think Melory's just gonna stand and just like make eyes at the rest of them.
Oh, shit.
Come
Yeah,
on,
I guess
Johnny.
I'm up.
are you and Adam exchange glances?
It's like, I'll stand up.
All right. So the four of you are standing up, kids that no one has ever seen before, and everybody is just kind of like looking at you and they're not sure. And the headmaster kind of turns and he looks at each of you, and he looks at you, Ajani, in particular, and he says, "These volunteers won't do." And he snaps his fingers, and each of you is forced to sit down, and four other kids stand up.
Well, there goes that.
That was rude.
We tried.
He says, "Now here are some worthy contestants. Come on up." And they're all ushered up onto the stage with him. And then each of the heads of houses, the deans of those different schools, approach the kids with large boxes that are each colored in conjunction with their houses.
Bingo.
And as they open them, what'd you say?
Said bingo. Found what we're looking for.
As they open them, you see a glint of metal. And they take out large, wide metal bracelets that look like they have a lot of inscription and maybe a charm on them. And the kids hold out their wrists to have it clamped around.
They don't transform or anything when that happens.
As they clamp. The entire room, the walls of which have started to sort of change to look like a moving mural of a forest. It's almost like you slowly start to perceive a slight breeze as the mural kind of fades and melds and actually becomes reality. And you find yourselves in a forest, otherwise the same, with the hearth, the stage, and the 4 large tables. And you're distracted by that. And as you turn back, you see the bracelets have been clamped around the 4 chosen participants, and they begin to shift and change and take large animal form. Right? Everyone's like hooting and hollering and applauding.
I think Hugh gets lost in like the Dribsy chants and joins in.
So as he was chanting Dribsy, Dribsy, you see that the nominee from your school has slowly transformed into, a very large beaver.
What are the others transformed into?
Sure. We have a strig, a beaver, a woodpecker, and a hedge.
Are they gonna fight as these animals? And then if they do, can
I think, more accurately, we're gonna fight them.
As the transformation completes and the cheering kind of dies down, Headmaster Menaker gestures to each of them in turn. He says, from House Tuffling, we have Strig, and the Strig sort of pulls out a giant fan and like flaps it and kind of rises into the air with a sort of silvery glow. From Smelgar, we have Hedge, and this big kind of hedgehog has his eyes flashing blues and reds as he pulls out a spade. We have from House Dribsy, and you see the large beaver who kind of flourishes a staff and smacks it into the ground, and the trees around you kind of start to rumble, and you see it looks like each of them just like steroid up a little bit, like all the trees just get like a little bit buffer, a little bit fuller, as there's like this wave of power.
The roots are better.
And Flangoosh and everybody in orange just freaks out as this very flashy, flamboyant, huge woodpecker kind of like summons a trident.
And now they're gonna fight. And then someone will emerge the victor unless we stop them fighting and fight them ourselves. Is that what?
My thoughts exactly.
I guess we're not. Is it possible? Is there like emotion enough that like I could maybe like get up and like saunter my way over to like some of my girlfriends?
These kids are so hyped they're not sitting at their tables anymore.
Okay, great. Yeah, I would like to start making my way back over to my friends and be like, okay, there they all are. Those are the artifacts. Should we try to get them now? Is it time?
We have an opportunity.
They're all
Like
here.
right now.
The thing is, though, if they are going to fight, if we wait and go after the fight, if we get the chance, that's much easier to take out one person who's tired than 4 who are fresh.
Certainly
That's a good
about
point.
that.
That's a good fighting point. Hugh.
Ajani, can you roll perception for me?
I am on it. That's a 20 flat.
As you're discussing this and just sort of taking all of this in, you notice that Headmaster Menakar is staring at you very specifically.
Oh no.
As he grins at you, you see just like a little bit of a canine.
There he is. And I think Johnny looks like angry for perhaps the first time any of you have seen him.
What is
He's
it?
here.
Who?
Kren.
Where?
The headmaster.
Wait, he's the headmaster?
I know that smile.
Adam
Wait.
My
says,
nightmares.
I suppose somebody had to have tricked the original Guardians. I think that, Ajani, you're going to need this. And he hands you the wand that you had stolen for Aurora.
He took it back.
Took it back.
Oh,
Ooh, what a little guy. What a nice little guy.
all right. And we will call it there.
Yeah, let's
What am I gonna do with a wand?
Magic.
poke something with it.
That's your problem. All right. Oh my gosh, we're streaming, right?
gosh,
Sorry, I
how
just forgot
exciting.
that I wasn't just like hanging out with you people. All right, can we award one another an inspiration point for favorite scenes, please?
I'll go first. Johnny kissing Adam on the cheek after like
Hey,
all that build up to it. Very cute.
hey,
I felt like I should, so I wanted to.
I say ride or die, anything with Melory, everything with Melory, but in particular, starting the food fight.
Oh my
and
god.
Fucking Steven. My brother's name's Steven, actually, but fucking Steven.
Definitely.
I just loved how you played off the humans, and I think that like your dedication to your character is perfect. I love you.
Thanks.
I love everything you do.
Awesome. I like the Hugh getting into it with the house. It's very also just would not like the holding of the slap was really good. It's like
And of course, you guys ruining the romantic moment between the two students to like bite. So John,
yeah, just like we just wanted to have like where's this fox came from?
I was clearly trying to just wingman the date is all I was going for. Clearly, this was my game plan. Yeah, I think my inspiration would probably just go. Oh, there's so often here, but I think I really like Hugh's interactions with like the humble folk in the kitchen, like Aurora and the rest. It felt like he kind of just like really took charge there. Big fan of that.
Nice. I'm gonna give Hugh one for being the first person who was like very sincerely kind to Adam.
Listen, he's stuck by us for
he does
so
deserve
long.
it. I know. he
I like.
is,
Oh
you
my
know.
god. I loved having Clark as a wingman for this whole like terrifying thing. Who kept her calm while Melory was internally like, this is a bad idea. This place is terrible.
Excellent. Well, thank you all very much. All right. Well, my name is Avalon. I can be found all over the place at _catattack, mostly on Twitter and Twitch these days. Thank you for tuning in. We have one more episode left.
Can we
And
do it?
I am going to pass the intro along over to Foxy.
Heads up, it's me, Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite fox. I can be found on Twitter sphere at BIG_FOXXII. I don't go on right wingers. I slay fascists. It's a pretty good time. Other than that, I'm usually on Twitch sphere at Neon Lights Roleplay. Our flagship campaign just ended, so we have a whole bunch of other stuff that's coming up starting soon. So if you want to ever sit at a table with me and throw some dice around, come hang out. That's all I got. Keep going.
All right. Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn, Flying Source on Twitter, Twitch, where you can see the art that I do and games I play throughout the week, including special on Friday as part of the Play Cancer Away fundraiser. going to be taking part in playing some flying circus. Where I get to play a spooky little gremlin pilot. That should be fun. It's going to be a nice little spooky adventure, I think. It should be a lot of fun. And on Saturdays on Wandering DM, it's Scion Birth New Gods, where I am playing a Kitsune Godling. And we are doing some shenanigans. It's always a lot of fun.
Excellent. Down to Milan.
Hey, I'm Milan or Mallard, your choice. I do a lot of stuff on Twitch. You should go follow me there, twitch.tv/MallardMan. We have just announced a new streaming schedule. I will be streaming solo on Mondays and Saturdays, as well as obviously the regular Thursday Dub Club streams. We are the esports team that never loses. We have won literally every single game we've been in. That is undeniable proof because I just said it was. Don't check the VOD. You don't need to bother. Obviously, that is done with two people pretty well known on the channel. AJ, also known as Sushi Kid, and D, also known as It's Doridla. Other than that, you should follow me on my Twitter for other such things so that I can announce. Hopefully by the finale, I can announce something, but we'll see. And I'm just going to pass it on over. That's all I've got to say tonight.
Well, hi, I'm Poka Kells, also known as Kells. Just, Kells is the way to go. But if you're looking for me on social medias of various sorts, it will be Poka Kells. I love so many things. One of those being Dungeons and Dragons, role-playing games, and Pokemon especially. So if you have any Pokemon questions, hit me up with that. Check out my art at Red Scale Design, which is my Etsy shop, where I do adventure, Dungeons and Dragons, and Pokemon themed artwork. So physical artwork like sculpture and stuff. But otherwise, I'll see you around on the internet, and I'll see you back here. Just a human living life. So having a great time here.
Thank you. And thank you all again so much for joining me on this adventure. I want to give a huge shout out to Anita, who does a fantastic job producing and supporting all of us backstage. If you have enjoyed this, or even if you've been met on it, please just go ahead and like, subscribe, support, all of those things. Follow the Critical Misses channel because they are creating and producing a lot of really excellent content. Right. And I think that we are going to raid, and that someone is going to tell me very sneakily the name of the channel we're going to raid, while I buy time by telling you that I think that you are all handsome. And we're going to go raid Vancouver by night.
Sounds great.
Please stick around and support them. And thank you again for hanging out with us tonight.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.